The next question we're going to be discussing today is, what can Ezira do? What can Ezira, as described in the Ezira white paper, do? So what features does Ezira have that are important to our users? The first of which is that they can make public and private posts. So anyone can make public and private posts, and they can be made to a wide variety of sources. They can be made to your account profile, where they are shown to your followers and your connected accounts, or your connections. You can also make posts to boards, where they're shown to all of the people who view the board, the viewers, and the subscribers to the board. On profiles, you can make private posts to make sure that the files that you post are encrypted, and they can only be seen by accounts that you have connected with, which have access to the decryption keys. When you post to boards, all of the posts are public, so that anyone, anywhere, can read the Ezira blockchain on their application and see those posts and vote on them and view them. You can also make public and private posts to groups. So groups are connected accounts that can make posts and share them with each other, and you can have either public groups or private groups. Public groups can be joined by anyone, but the administrators of the group have the ability to remove people from the group, and private groups are invite only, so that you select which accounts have access to the content within the group. These are some of the posting features that Ezira is going to offer, so that anyone can receive votes on their content and have it rewarded with content rewards in Ezira coin, or they can optionally post it privately to restrict its visibility to only accounts that they want to see those posts. Ezira also enables you to create user-issued assets for trading on the decentralized exchange. User-issued assets get traded on the DEX, or decentralized exchange, and they enable you to represent anything of value. Anything of value that is quantifiable. Anything that you can put a number on, you can trade on the Ezira decentralized exchange with a user-issued asset. And to create those, there's actually no fees. Those are free for all users to create any amount of those that they would like. You can also trade on the decentralized exchange using all of these orders, use on-chain transactions to execute those orders, so that your funds are stored on the same secure digital ledger as all of the posts and all of the transactions. The trades themselves and the order matching all takes place on the Ezira blockchain. What that means is that no one can have their funds on the decentralized exchange frozen. All of your funds are secure and they can't be frozen. There are also no verification checks. And no withdrawal and deposit limits. And there is no need for you to provide identification. So there's no identification on a decentralized exchange. all of your funds cannot be frozen or misplaced or hacked, and there are no deposit or withdrawal limits when you trade using Ezira's assets. What you can do is you can use these assets to represent a few important things when you make your own digital business. You can use them to represent equity in your decentralized digital business, or decentralized autonomous corporation for short. You can use them to represent credit or debt to your decentralized autonomous corporation. You can also use them to represent a subscription asset. You can use them to represent subscription assets that your viewers need to purchase and actually destroy or burn those to give themselves access to your premium content. So premium content is posts that are made that are encrypted unless and until the user makes a micro payment to unlock them. Users can pay to unlock premium content in order to purchase things like movies or books or applications or songs as well. So anything that you can store in a file can be made into an encrypted premium content piece. Having a subscription asset enables you to view all of an account's premium content without paying for it. So the value of this subscription asset increases the more people want to view your premium content. You can use this to earn revenue for your content production business, such as a record label or a song producer or a filmmaker can use a subscription asset to enable their users to access their content without having to pay for it individually. These decentralized autonomous corporations can use their equity asset and their debt asset to represent the ownership of their business, and use this equity asset to enable the holders to vote in the decisions made by the autonomous corporation, and the debt to represent a loan made to the corporation. Once these are traded on the decentralized exchange, an equity asset can receive a dividend from the revenue earned by the autonomous corporation's on-chain account, their business account, and the debt can automatically be repaid at a price floor of $1 per unit out of the revenue earned by the autonomous corporation using a smart contract. So this takes a portion of your revenue, and the default value is going to be 5%. 5% of revenue is used to issue dividends to your equity holders and to repay your holders of your credit asset, which represent debt in your autonomous corporation. This supports these assets with revenue in such a way that this is distributed and decentralized, and there's no way to initiate fraud or non-payment of this debt or this equity, because the revenue amount is automatically subtracted from incoming transactions. These are a few of the things that you can do with Ezira. So going forward, later on into the project, we're going to enable users to create their own smart contracts. And smart contracts can interact with any of the blockchain objects in the Ezira blockchain. So they can interact with the data that is stored in your public and private posts. They can interact with your user-issued assets. They can interact with your posts. They can interact with your business account. And they can issue all sorts of transactions in response to incoming transactions paid to your smart contract's address. What you can also do is use this to automatically pay revenue to any desired asset or any group of assets. You can also use this to generate an asset trading pool. An asset trading pool uses the Bancor protocol, that is the protocol used by the Bancor Network token, to give you a liquidity pool that offers a reserve amount of each of your user-issued assets and can issue asynchronous trades whenever one of them is input to the liquidity contract and issue directly out one of the others or a share in the contract itself. So these are a few of the features that Ezira enables. You can make public and private posts to profiles, boards, and groups. You can use user-issued assets, which have an on-chain exchange mechanism to represent equity and debt in your decentralized autonomous corporation, which is represented by your business account. And 5% of the revenue by default, this number can be changed, of your incoming revenue can be used to repurchase your debt and to pay dividends onto your equity holders, so that you can raise capital to start your business, you can raise debt to start your business. You can then earn rewards from subscription assets, from premium content posts, and from a wide variety of sources to actually deliver value to your stakeholders. Then with these assets, you can generate smart contracts to interact with this entire mechanism to provide a Turing-complete platform for full integration between decentralized autonomous corporations, between social media, between the decentralized exchange, and between the peer-to-peer marketplace. So the revenue you earn from selling products on the marketplace can be included into your equity assets dividends and into your debt assets debt repayments. So those are a few of the things that Ezira can do. And this pretty much lays out the large majority of the feature set that Ezira will have upon mainnet release.